we're going to talk about here what we call the initial build of your database and what you do going forward. Okay. Now I put this paragraph up here first, just to emphasize how absolutely critically important this is. In fact, of all the things I can teach you guys, man, this is the very first practical thing you work on that makes everything else much more profitable and productive. It's literally, in terms of actual practical matters, aside from the learning, the practical matters of executing, this is it. This is the number one thing. Nothing's more important than this. This is your gold, okay? I don't want to repeat all this, but I'll just kind of highlight some of this, right? This is the most important part of your business. In fact, it is your business. You will have to get past any reservations you have about contacting these people because they are your friends or relatives. Just let that sink in for a second. You're gonna have to get past any reservations you have about contacting these folks because they're your friends or relatives. The fact is, sometimes your friends and relatives need help with real estate, or they know somebody who needs help. Do you want some other schmo out there, them taking a chance with them, or do you want them to work with you? There's no better person to do this than you, all right? You're gonna let your friend or relative down? Heck no, okay? So in any case, the bottom line is this: is one of the techniques we use called shaking the tree. You might be assuming a lot of things about your friend and relatives. Well, Uncle Bobby would never be interested in investing in a duplex. Have you ever asked him? Nope. So that's why we put them in our database, and every now and then we shake the tree and see what falls out. In any case, believe me, you can't rely on them using you or even remembering that you're a real estate agent. You can't do that. It's like literally when it comes time for them to do a transaction, buy or sell the properties, whatever agent was there at the time. That's how most people choose. This is why you got to put these people in a database, and don't bug them. Don't keep saying, hey, you know anybody looking to buy or sell? Don't do that. Say, look, one of my clients just bought this duplex. Look at the numbers on this. I thought of you and thought you might want to look at this too and see maybe you should be doing this. Okay. In any case, can't rely on them. You've got to be the bus driver on this deal. Okay. More importantly, though, is the fact that I'm sure you would do better for loved ones than anybody else would do. We already talked about it. Now, as always, who do you know? Meaning the buyer or seller, rather, who do they know? In other words, it's not always who you know, it's sometimes who they know. It's just how you word it and phrase it that makes all the difference, okay? In any case, you may have just helped somebody buy or sell a home. And by the way, this is an age-old Gary Wilson tip here. Every closing you go to, if it's an owner-occupant closing, always ask them once the closing's over, hey, have you ever thought about flipping a home or buying a rental? Okay? Make sure they know that's another part of your business, okay? And what about people you know who want to flip over by a rental? In any case, the bottom line is this: make this number one for you, and you'll be number one for your clients, okay? Now, here's how you gather contact information. Most people will say, just start going through your phone or whatever and see who you know. And that's part of it, that's true. You're always going to get contacts off your phone, put them in your contact management system, every single one, no exceptions, okay? If you cheat and you shortchange yourself, you're only cheating yourself. And by the way, you're cheating your loved ones too. Anybody on Facebook, all right? Anybody on LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, on your laptop, maybe you got a contact records on your laptop, okay? Your daily planner, all right? Right here, daily planner. Your phone list, if you got an old phone book, right? An old phone list. Now, enter all these into your contact management system. Even if you don't have phone number and email, still enter them in there. Some people you literally would just communicate with on Facebook, and that's okay. You still want to have them on your contact management system identified as a Facebook contact. I suggest at some point you get a phone number, and if you can get an email too at some point, but put all these people in there. I promise you, if you guys, man, if you do this, you won't just have 20 or 30 people like I did when I first did this. I did this and I quickly went to about 300 people, right? Because I did the exercise. So enter all these in your CMS. If you don't have their email or phone number, whatever medium you have for them, let's say it's on Facebook, just do a post and tag them or send them a message on Facebook Messenger. And you could say, look, I just want to give you a heads up here. I'm training to be a certified investor agent. I just helped a fireman flip a home, and I thought about you. Have you ever thought about that for yourself? And just leave it there. Don't try to close them at that point. Just leave an open-ended question that, most people would be likely to respond to, okay? Later on, you can get the phone number and email. Now, here's what I use that I call the phone book method, okay? All right, this is one of the greatest ways to exercise your memory muscle and add a few hundred more records to your database, okay? So just like it says, it's the phone book method. Now, what you want to do is grab a phone book. They still print them. Usually you can find them at the post office, grocery store, or sometimes on your doorstep if you don't throw them away. They give them, they hand them out every year. If you don't have a physical phone book, I'm talking about the white pages, not yellow pages. And you can use yellow pages too, but you can get it online. You can literally Google, wherever you are, Santa Barbara white pages, Orlando white pages, whatever. Get that out, and here's what you do. You go through the letters alphabetically, A through Z. That's 26 letters. My suggestion is, if you're in a big area, take one letter per day. Or if you're really hungry and you're ambitious and aggressive and you want to commission like fast, do it all in one day. And what you do is this: you go through the A's first, in Abel, Ackerman, Alderman, whatever. And you're not actually looking for people that although that will happen. What you're looking for are names that jog your memory. So your memory is made up of two parts: storage and retrieval. The storage, believe it or not, is intact, okay? Unless you've had some physiological damage or something like that. As long as your brain, the organ of your brain is healthy, your storage function is 100% intact. You literally can remember everything you smelled, tasted, saw, heard, touched, felt, thought, believed, okay, dreamed. It's all in there. The trick is what we call the recall function. So your subconscious mind is everything that comes in and saying, okay, that's 100. We got to keep that front of mind storage, or that's only like a minus 100. That goes way down here, right? Just a whisper, right? So the point is this: is everybody you've ever met is in there too. So what happens is you go through memory. Your memory recall function is a marvelous thing. It's like layers of an onion. You first start off with the outer layer, and you peel that back, and you think, wait a second, yeah, Bill Ackerman, he went to school with me. We were big buddies in our senior year. Write the name down. Go look him up on Facebook. Right now, the thing is just write the name down. Later on, you can come back and do the search to get more information. Right now, you just want to document names and go through all the names in the A's and do that, okay? Then do the B's, so forth and so on. Once you have all the names, enter them into your contact management system, then go try to find them. See if you can find a phone number or an email. Just Google them, seriously. Or if you want to, see if they're on Facebook and just message them. I can't tell how many high school friends I've come into contact with because of that one thing. But the point is this: one of my requirements to be on a team is you should be able to generate a database of minimum 200 people. Well, with this here, I'd be shocked if you didn't come to 300 people, okay? Remember, I came from IT. I did mergers and acquisitions. I wasn't like the glamour person up front. I was the person behind the scenes, right? Doing all the heavy lifting, analyzing systems and things like that. And before that, I guess I can tell you this, I had a top secret clearance, and I tracked submarines for the Navy, okay? I was an IT person there. I was in a room inside of another room. We didn't have windows. And so I didn't see people. So when I came out and got into real estate, my first time around, guys, I had literally a whopping 22 people. I thought, I'm going to fail. That's what I thought. And my teacher, John Zisner, thank goodness, no longer with us, rest his soul, great teacher. He's the guy that taught me this, okay? It's an amazing technique. And back then we didn't have, there was no such thing as Facebook, okay? We had cell phones, but they were kind of big, right? Actually, remember the old flip up cell phones? That's what we had. So the point is this, do this exercise, and not only will you improve your recall function, i.e. your memory, but you'll build a pretty substantial database, right? Now, ongoing, I'm going to give you another little Gary Wilson tip here, all right? What's next? What's next is keep it going. You got to keep your database fresh with new people coming in every time. And I'm going to tell you this, always keep with you a notebook, a planner, or some way to record information and take notes on the fly. This is huge. I can tell you, I don't even know if I can tell you in plain words how many times this has saved my bacon. It made me a fortune. You ever wake up in the morning, you got that idea, it's like, man, that is an awesome idea. That's $1 million idea. And you go take a shower and go have breakfast. Later on, you're driving, you're thinking, what the hell was that? And you can't even remember it. Okay, write it down. Okay, this is one of the things I got really intense about, because I'm telling you, I do this. I just did it this morning. I probably wrote down 7 things. Okay, sometimes it's one thing, but the point is wherever you are, if you're driving, you're in the grocery store, whatever, you should be able to have a piece of paper, a pen, a pencil, or even just send yourself. Here's what I do sometimes. Where am I? Here it is. If I'm really in a jam, I'll just pull my phone out and either record a quick note to myself, a voice note, or send myself a text message. That's how important it is. Okay. The point is here's why it's important. Let's say you're whatever, you're at the grocery store. Okay, we mentioned that in another video. And you're standing in line, and somebody behind you makes a comment about how long the line is, and it's always long line. You say, yeah, I know, and I'm busy too. I've been trying to squeeze this in on the way to another appointment. Okay, or they're going to say something like that, and you ask them, oh, what does he do? What do you do? One of the most common questions we ever ask people at Christmas parties, at a concert, or at the ball game. You ever go to a baseball game? Stripe up conversations, because it's you get a hit and then you rest for 2 minutes, right? Get a hit, rest for 2 minutes. So in any case, write it down. Always ask you, what do you do? And you follow up, say, what? No kidding. One of my clients is a teacher, and they learned how to flip homes. I taught them how to flip homes. You should see the last one they flipped. Here, look at this picture here, and pull up your phone. Say, man, teachers do pretty good with this stuff. You ever thought about doing it yourself? All right, pique their interest, and when you pique their interest, say, you know what? I tell you what. Let's enjoy the game. I'm going to send you something that's going to really help you see for yourself that maybe you should do this too. Maybe you can do it. Get name, get phone number, get email, but connect with them, right? You got your phone, they got their phone. Just do like what you do, Apples, just connect it, right? Look them up on, say, hey, is this you on Facebook? Good, I just sent you a friend request, okay? It's that easy, right? Now, any case, always do that. And there's a little script there I gave it. So if you get in the habit of doing this, guys, you'll have a robust database of direct METs. These are direct METs. Your number one category of prospect is a MET, a direct MET. And this one thing provides you a steady stream of transactions and commissions, especially when you serve both their owner, occupant, and investing needs, right? Okay, it's like that one. Everybody should be doing that every day. And every year you should be cleaning up your database, okay? Get rid of the ones that don't work out, or you haven't talked to them in 10 years, just get rid of them, okay? Clean them up and communicate with them. Don't beat them up. Don't send stuff to them every single week. They'll go cold on you. You want to segment your database and only send what's pertinent to this particular segment. Say people who flip homes. Don't send them all the other stuff. Just send them stuff about flipping. And the people who buy rentals, just send them stuff about buying rentals. Once a year, once a quarter, you can send them something else, like a broadcast campaign, or what we call shaking the tree. Because yes, they might be something interested in something else at that time, but right now, if you're helping them, find their retirement home, just focus on that. Otherwise, they'll shut you down. They'll go cold on you, seeing you on your advertising. Okay. Hope you like that. There's more to come. So stay tuned to the videos. In the meantime, take care and God bless.